soon.
Well, I'm only saying this because now we're live. It is Morgan with Saturday. Once again.
Morgan with
like
Saturday.
we never left. I'm no longer waking up at 8 a.m. to stream. I will do it again to stream with Jane, because it is really fun to stream with her, but it is also nice to be able to stream at like 6 p.m. my time. Anyway, hello Moonshot! I'm PB. I'm joined by Mac and Jacqueline. I'll pass the reins over to Mac, because she's actually our host for the night.
That's true. Hi, I'm Macklin. No, wait, sorry, I'm Mac.
Fuck.
Sorry, I stole your valor a little bit.
You stole the last 1, 2, 3, 4. You stole the last 8 letters of my name.
Well, someone
That's
here is
crazy.
talking a lot of letters of the alphabet, I will say. You could leave a little for the rest of us.
The thing that I will say, I will mildly dox myself on a stream that is happening at 9 o'clock at night my time. My full name is 26 letters long. My full legal name.
And
so
it uses
like
one of each of the letters of the alphabet. Yeah, we all know this.
yeah. And my not legal name is down to 6.
How many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
David. Hi, David.
All right.
Anyway, Jacqueline, talk.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline. It is midnight. It is Morgan of the Devil City, and
It said midnight. I was like, it's midnight in.
It's midnight in Of the
midnight.
Devil City. Do you know where your android children are?
We've all been
No.
well, okay, Jacqueline and I maybe more than PB, but Jacqueline and I have been corrupted by Bump of the Night in a very real way.
I need to listen to more Bump of the Night. It is good. I just haven't had a lot of podcasts in my life lately because I have been reading books.
I feel that I have forced myself through a podcast block in order to listen to more Bump of the Night, and it has been pretty successful. Funnily enough, I was going to listen to another episode of Bump in the Night today while I was playing video games, and I played exactly 15 minutes of Destiny 2, the video game, turned it off, and read a book instead.
oh,
If any of you guys are into, like, weird cyber horror, I read Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep by Paul Tremblay. That book does some shit. And it goes some places. I would say that the final page of that book is crazy. But the entire lead up to that final page is really, really good. There is a trope called, let me really quick. Okay. So you know how Monty Python and the Holy Grail ends with the entire cast being arrested by the British police?
Yeah. Blazing Saddles ends like that too.
Yes. That is kind of what it feels like to get to the final page of Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep.
Okay.
I'm coming around to it as time passes, as in the last as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, yeah, it does really work for me, and it works for the book itself in a very real way. But when I got to it, when I was first reading it, I literally went back 2 pages and read the end again, because I was like, the fuck is happening?
All right. Let's see. I just finished today a fun read that was Killer Vibes by, it was a debut, what's the author's name? Jack Friday. If you want to read a fun noir, maybe a little bit lighter than the one we're going to play right now, well, still like noir, about a disaster bisexual stoner who ends up becoming embroiled in basically becoming his own little private detective after inheriting a house in a rich part of Austin, Texas. Which, part of reading this book made me realize that the town that I grew up in is basically a smaller version of Austin, just in Montana instead of Texas.
Huh.
But very similar vibes of, place to live.
Well, I just finished reading chapters 31 through 35 of Wrath of the Triple Goddess by Rick Riordan, which you can find me talking about right now as of 5 seconds ago when I clicked upload on Unwise Girls. So there's
Let's go.
All right, Unwise Girls in one ear, of the Devil Stream in the other, you'll get all of your Swampert content you could ever need.
I am looking at the timestamp on this. It has been 2 months.
Oh my god.
It's been 2 months.
Oops.
What's been going on? What's been happening to our good friend Morgan of the Devil?
We are past
of the Devil
first...
Morgan, because Morgan is her last name.
That's true. That's
right.
true. So we are past the first day of trial. There was an assassination attempt during the trial. It was unsuccessful. I believe we are now reinvestigating the crime scene for our second day of trial and defending Sosuke Ikaria. I'm pretty sure that's still his... Yes. I'm pretty sure that his last name is Ikaria, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Also, it would be Ikaria Sosuke. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Let's see what the backlog says. Okay, Sarah's here too.
To pull from one of a podcast I enjoy when I do listen to it, Just King Things. Can either of you give a 5-sentence summary of what's happened up till now in this case?
I can give a 5-sentence summary.
Do it.
I have to channel my Kunzelman. Evangeline Morgan goes to a den of gang members of a gang that I can't remember the name of, and murders all of them in order to take a cool mask that hides your identity. In the back room is a bodyguard named Sosuke Ikaria who ends up getting framed for that murder and goes to her for help.
She frames him for the murders.
Passive voice. She
did nothing wrong.
She is contracted by the Ikaria family to protect his identity, and she learns that maybe a little something went wrong with the officer on scene who was murdered after, who she didn't murder, but maybe had some controversy within the police and was related to some state officials. During the trial, an assassin tried to shoot Sosuke, but it was a false flag operation, maybe? And also, all the cops are evil, but we already knew that because they're cops. That's 5 sentences. That's all I got.
That's a good summary. That's an accurate summary.
Good. Yep, I needed that.
Cool.
I love your privacy curtain, PB. That's very good.
I don't want me eating my dinner to be immortalized on, like, the YouTube VOD. That doesn't need to go up.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I just like that it says PB is eating dinner, don't look. I think that's fun.
I wanted people to know why there's, like, a random curtain there.
It's fair. So fair.
I already had that curtain because I put it up when I was really sleepy for a couple morning streams.
The morning, yeah. No, I think the first thing you said was right.
Alright, let's get at this game.
Yeah, I'm kicking off my air conditioner again. Seems like the smell's starting to fade. Barely even the memory of blood now that so many feet have trodden through here. Nothing lasts forever. Miss Han?
PB? Question mark?
What? No, I called you already this morning. No, they're not. No, they're not. You're being paranoid. Yeah, I'm sure. Yes, I'll call you tonight. Bye.
Didn't mean to interrupt another lover's quarrel.
What? Oh, no, that was... Dementia meds aren't working. They get confused this time of day.
Sorry.
Forget it. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's a very funny sentence to say right after saying that the dementia meds aren't working.
Uh-huh.
Just gonna turn off my phone for a minute and forget.
Huh.
Cute Android, by the way.
The little sweat drag. God, Sarah! I'm so sad. I sat on my phone intentionally. This was not like an accident. At a movie that I went to go see, and I broke my Sarah charm.
Oh, tragic.
No, I'm so sorry.
Like, Sarah herself is intact. But she snapped off of the jump ring, and there's basically no way to fix it. So now I just have a Sarah token sitting on my desk.
Anyway, what's up?
There's a couple of ways of going about this, but none of them are surefire. Might as well start out big and see if there's anything to this theory. Do the Blue Bloods use silent alarms?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for telling us.
Sure.
I'm actually going to need a bit more than that, Miss Han.
No, it's just Han.
Did Creek have a silent alarm? Ooh, she's hesitating all of a sudden. Is she unsure of the answer, or did she just give her first answer without thinking about where it would lead?
Nothing like that installed in the building. Arx would have chewed it up and spat it out by now.
The Arx is not flawless. It can miss things.
Look, you've seen the level of tech we Blue Bloods have? It's secure, but it ain't subtle.
That's true. An Orca-run security firm won't have quite as much luck hiding their subsystems from the police as David Asher did, Sarah.
But the Arcs can miss things that aren't tech at all.
Decided to clean my glasses.
Are we talking like
silent alarm that's... Huh?
Are we talking like alarm carrier pigeons?
Ah, maybe.
A silent alarm that's analog.
Let me know if you figure that one out. Either an alarm is analog and loud, or digital and silent. They don't mix.
She's defensive, but her logic is sound. Approaching it from the other angle, then. How could an analog silent alarm possibly function? A literal alarm, but one that can't be heard under normal circumstances.
What a horrible smell in here.
Like a dog whistle. I'm thinking the exact same thing. You once bragged to me about your sense of smell.
I don't think I was bragging.
Could have sworn you puffed your chest out at the time. Doesn't matter. If I asked you to sniff something out, could you find it?
What would you like me to what would you like me to look for?
I still don't have a clear picture of what happened after I left, but there's one thing I know should be here that hasn't turned up once yet.
Oh.
The knife, right?
Would it be... Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
thought that everything was done with the sword. Right? Am I right about that?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I have the walkthrough open again. I will not, like, confirm or deny, but yes, you're right. Right. Well, okay. I won't confirm or deny unless you ask a direct question like that, right? I will also not lead you to the correct... Well, if you want a hint, I'll give you a hint.
Sure.
But, like, if you are confident in your answer and I know it's wrong, I will pick the wrong answer. I don't care. Right, I'm the only one who knows about the knife. Well, I don't know where it went. I do know it had plenty of blood on it when I last saw it. I want you to smell for blood.
Adonai, do you really need me to help you find blood in here?
I'm not asking you to sniff in here. I want you to smell out the window.
I'll try.
There's a lot of smells outside, Morgan.
Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniff, 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 sniff. There are many strong smells in this part of the city, Adonai.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say, Sarah.
But there is something truly unpleasant as well. Something beneath this fire escape.
Okay. Now go fetch!
You could ask nicely.
Wait, Sarah!
Yes.
That's a very old, rusted fire escape. Take the stairs. You're too heavy.
As you command, Adonai. Un instant.
Several minutes later, Sarah returned, looking worse for wear and, seemingly, in a bad mood. Did the weight comment bother her that much? Girl!
Adonai, I do not like digging through trash. It is not a dignified way to investigate.
Digging in people's trash is the basis of all good investigation.
Easy for you to say when you aren't wearing all white.
Oh, girl. Did you find something?
Yes.
My knife. And it's... charred?
Huh. I found it amongst the ashes of a blackened steel drum below the fire escape. Someone set it on fire in a drum. It seems to have been the site of a fire. And maybe other evidence too?
That sounds familiar. Wasn't there a barrel burning in the alley when I first scoped the place out?
There were signs of a chemical flame retardant being applied to the barrel.
Police must have put the fire out when they first secured the scene. Meaning the knife wasn't in a fire all night, but still.
There does indeed appear to be blood on this knife, Adonai. So how did both the police and Cyanus miss it?
Their noses aren't as good as yours, evidently.
That is true. But they have drones and dogs for this kind of thing.
Yeah, but they have to actually use them. They'd have no reason to search the vicinity for a bloodied knife if they found a sword sticking out of a corpse's midsection.
Shall we ask the police to check for fingerprints?
Fingerprints are mostly oil and sweat. Fire evaporates them both.
Then...
we have to test and see whose blood is on that knife.
But DNA is damaged by heat as well.
You know, before DNA analysis, blood had another forensic use.
You mean blood typing?
The DNA on the knife might be too damaged, but modern analytical tools should be able to at least identify blood typing.
that could work, Adonai.
Great. Ready to get started?
Is this going to be a mini-game, Adonai? Pardon.
You were capable of recognizing my DNA, weren't you?
When we first met, yes, but...
So why don't you try your hand at analyzing blood type? It's gotta be similar, right?
It might be, but Adonai, to analyze the blood on this knife, I would have to use my tongue.
Pretend it's a lollipop or something. God, Morgan, you're so mean.
It's blood.
Well done, blood. It'll taste like beef.
You don't know what human blood tastes like.
I think she might.
Sometimes you get a little bit of splatter in your mouth, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't. Look, the fire sanitized it, probably.
And also you're an
Just
android,
get
you
it
can't
over
get
with.
sick. You can't get sick
Yeah.
with human diseases.
She's just yucky. It's
She's
just yucky.
I will reference this incident the next time we discuss raises, Adonai.
Fucking hilarious. Fine by me. Because that's never happening.
Oh my god. Oh my god, is it really oh, it's a fucking Homestuck flash.
No, it's a fucking cutscene.
Oh god. This is a Homestuck character going blat.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, poor Sarah.
Poor Sarah.
The fucking vomiting rainbows is really funny.
Uh-huh.
It is really
Also would
funny.
happen if you drank a lot of troll blood, so you know.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Ugh. What have you got?
There is blood from more than one person present. Mostly B minus, I believe, with some AB minus negative around the hip.
All right, now I can cross-reference that with the rest of the data I have. Thank you for the report, Sarah. You've given me a new lead to follow. Hey,
Oh,
Not like...
negative.
Or sorry, creeks.
there is a Homestuck reference everywhere with those with the eyes to see.
That's true.
That's right.
Okay, so we got Miller.
Mm-hmm. Not Tanks.
Tanks is A negative, so...
I think Tanks was killed with a gun anyway.
Yeah.
And so
okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, so who's our AB?
AB negative and B negative means
So it has
that
to be Chopin. No.
he's A positive. Well, it's at least...
Is it our own blood? I don't think so. We didn't get any blood out.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
I was like, okay, who else is at the crime scene?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yes, Adonai. And you've just made your first... Oh.
And you've just made your first forensic contribution to an ongoing criminal investigation. How many androids can say that? My knife.
Oh my god.
Last time I'll ever leave something important with Sosuke. How the hell did it end up outside?
Oh yeah, we did leave it with him, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were framing him. Sarah's unique but nonetheless admissible forensic analysis found the presence of the following: type of B negative blood and type AB negative blood. Fun fact, I do not know what my blood type is.
I definitely learned mine at some point in elementary school or something, but I don't remember it.
I don't know what mine is. I don't know what my parents are. I could, because if I knew my parents, I could do the square to find out what mine is. But I don't know what mine is. I keep meaning to go donate blood so that I can find out, so that I can, and also to donate blood. I spent so long like hovering just around the minimum weight that you can be to donate blood that I never did it.
Yeah.
And now I'm older and I want to, like, I keep being like, oh, I want to do it, and I just don't. I have to, like, go to an actual hospital blood drive to do it, and I just haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't remembered, frankly.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat, Mac. ...
Come on, we've got some boxes to tick.
Point and click time? Let's read.
Let's do the article first.
Is this evidence?
Piece of crap, some crime scene tech left behind. Nothing relevant about it.
Yes, you're right. It's just displaying a news article they must have been reading. Apparently they've arrested the Heartbreak Killer. Oh! This is Copycat. Yes, the Heartbreak Killer is Copycat. And it seems...
Oh, just let me skim it for myself.
Okay, suspected Heartbreak Copycat foiled, arrested. An individual suspected of planning an act of terror has been arrested. Thanks to quick response from police and the state investigators, the suspect was apprehended by officers in the midst of preparing their attack. Police have not commented on whether the firearm in question was properly tagged, but insiders with close ties to the investigation claim the weapon itself was not what led to the arrest. Quote, "We had identified a troubling pattern of net activity in the days leading up to the arrest, concerning searches and attempts to access Planet or OldNet portals. The suspect had already been on our radar by that point, so when they posted that manifesto, we were able to quickly secure a warrant for their arrest." The alleged manifesto in question consists of what was at the time a publicly accessible online document praising Heartbreak's, quote, hardline stance against neoliberal corporate soft power, and listing a number of complaints and criticisms against the recent business decisions made by Hanami Robotics, most notably an announcement made in their last earnings call that they would begin moving manufacturing jobs offshore. Some controversy, but their stock price steadily increased in the days after, reflecting some optimism. When the arrest was first made, no clear connection between the individual and Hanami was apparent, but Hanami's CFO has since been seen speaking at an investor conference at a hotel within 50 kilometers of the suspect's residence, suggesting a possible target. Quote, blah, 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 terrorist attacks like this one are easily caught, easily prevented, and there is no standing risk to the public. To any dissidents out there thinking they're the next Heartbreak just because you bought a gun, you will be caught, you will be prosecuted, and your hero won't be far behind. Update, Hanami Robotics has yet to respond to requests for comment. Blah, blah, blah. Official social media denounces in the strongest terms. Messages clarifying Hanami's global market strategy and reaffirming their commitment to their workers as well as to their customers and shareholders.
Oh, I'm glad they reaffirmed their commitment. That really makes me feel better.
Whether this is indication of a reversal of the decision to relocate manufacturing jobs overseas.
I like that it's the update that's cut off by the by the paywall.
What if you could have access to stories like this hours or even days before the rest of the public? With a Premier account, you'll have access to all of our updates on the business world as soon as they hit our desk. Remember, that's not insider trading. That's forerunner trading.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Awesome!
It's nothing.
Which
Let's
one?
go with the third one.
It's nothing. This is nothing. A fluff piece. Can't believe anyone would read or write these rags.
I suppose that it could have been a coincidence.
Ah, that's exactly what it is. So that's definitely going to come up in chapter 3.
Oh, absolutely. Our client, Sosuke, According to Rogers, this is how he found him.
Thrusting the sword into Chopin.
Or merely trying to retrieve it.
Not a huge improvement there.
He really was found in a terrible state, wasn't he?
That was before the police gave him his cop killer welcoming and... Sarah, bring up the medical files on Sosuke. I want to go over everything we know about how he looked when Rogers arrested him.
What specifically?
Which do we want first?
Blood analysis.
First, I'll just start
We've got
blood
blood
analysis.
types.
He was covered in blood, right? Were samples taken for analysis?
The blood on his torso and head was all his own. He got some of Chopin's blood on him while he was face down, being cuffed by Officer Rogers. And he also had a great deal of Trey's blood on his feet and pant legs.
How exactly was he injured?
His left hand was broken. He had internal bleeding throughout his torso. Bruising and rope burns on his wrists where he was bound. Contusions all over the anterior side of his body. And he also sustained a large blunt force trauma wound on the back of the head.
His biggest wound was to the back of his head? I guess he fell backwards to the ground.
There is also a small cut on his left hand.
How small?
As if he cut himself in the kitchen.
I want to actually hold on a second. I just realized something. Sosuke also has AB negative blood.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. I did forget there was a seventh person at the
Uh-huh.
scene. Okay.
But it can't. Maybe it's not a coincidence that they both have the same blood type.
Maybe. Wasn't expecting a metaphor there, but it's effective enough.
Any other questions about our client's arrest, Adonai?
I will also admit that I did forget which cop was the one that was dead. Which is why I also went and looked at Rogers.
So fair.
Not unless there are some crime scene photos you've been holding out on me.
I'm afraid not.
How is it that I'm the only one who made an effort to preserve the crime scene? I'm gonna go fill my water glass up, actually. So I will be back in about 30 seconds. Vamp, 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 vamp!
Oh god, Miles, how are you?
He caught a field mouse today. He's very proud of
A
himself.
field mouse. Oh my
That's
gosh.
his third mouse that he has caught in like a year.
Deeply impressive.
He can
Very
actually dig
impressive.
up rodents. When he decides to dig a hole, sometimes there is actually something in there.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh god. My very brave girlfriend just brought me a glass of water, and I'm so happy. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Everyone say thank you, Kiara.
Thank you, Kiara.
It resonated through the world and they heard you.
There's the Miles Minute. Here's the brave hunter boy who murdered a mouse.
So brave. So strong.
Miles!
I'm not proud of him for it, but he's proud of himself.
Uh-huh.
And he spent a lot of the rest of the day coughing up dirt because he ate too much dirt because he was so excited digging up the mouse.
Oh no.
Alright, back to Kim.
Alright. Shit, sorry.
So this is where they found Creek's body.
He was the only one who didn't die instantly. If anyone had a chance to use a silent alarm. No, he must have been paralyzed in between the time he was shot and his actual expiration.
They weren't paralyzed.
What do you mean?
If they had been paralyzed, Yumi would have noted that in her autopsy.
Oof, rotating. That's true. But he just sat there limp the whole time. Didn't even try to move. He was playing dead? Letting me think he couldn't move so I wouldn't notice his... Was anything found in his hands? Anything at all?
It doesn't seem like it. They weren't holding something by the time their body got to the morgue.
If he had been holding something but dropped it when he died... Help me look.
For what?
Anything small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Hang on, what's this?
That looks like an analog silent alarm.
What was that? Did you
Yeah.
just jump?
I was merely surprised by that sound, Adonai.
What sound? I just brushed against this. Oh. This little toy thing. You can hear it?
I can, and it is not exactly pleasant on the ears.
Could any android hear it, or is this some special feature David gave you?
I'd imagine any android or robot or electronic device with modern features could pick up this tone.
Maybe I should close the window before I test it anymore and stop torturing all the dogs in the neighborhood.
Closing the window would not matter.
It's soundproofed, though.
But the specific frequency of this tone is not in your audible spectrum to begin with.
Oh, right.
But do you really think that Creek was toying with that nuisance maker in their final moments?
Did our officer Chopin have any enhancements, like enhanced hearing?
I don't know.
Any
I'm
surveillance?
genuinely not sure.
I feel like we might have. For some reason, I'm thinking we heard something like that, but I don't remember it. Encore Tan. Supposedly he was the first to die.
Logically, he had to have been. He's the one who had the gun. If an attacker got it away from him, they must have done so first.
Yes, I can see that the gun is registered to him.
Right, registered. Who the hell would look at this guy with that gun and just nod him along?
Patrol officers TC and HR 1 week ago.
Oh,
Hmm.
TC and HR. Tariq Chopin and Huey Rogers?
The badge numbers match. It seems like they detained Encore Tan briefly during a stop and frisk and found this gun on him.
Finding a gun like this on anyone with priors during a stop and frisk. At the very minimum, that's a grounds for 28 days detainment. Why'd they just let him go?
Is it possible that he was a criminal informant?
If he was a CI, they wouldn't have even logged the incident. And besides, patrol officers don't have their own CIs.
Then perhaps they let him go for some other reason.
Because they'd already gotten what they wanted from him? Make sure to copy the file of that stop and frisk report.
Right away. Red Link Protocol, designed to make data difficult to physically redistribute.
Couldn't anyone just take out their phone and snap a picture of the pages?
It seems that some of the responding officers attempted to... The ARC shows that they failed. Or attempted to.
That's some fancy ink. What do you see when you look at the pages, then?
No more detail than you do, I'm afraid. It's strange, isn't it? It's strange, isn't it? That's a reference to the Sonic OVA. They went to such lengths to protect this information. And yet, these papers were left out where Officer Chopin or anyone could read them.
They weren't left there by Creek. I took the documents out of his safe so I could reach the mask. I must have left them out on the desk afterwards. Well, that about wraps it up in here. I'm just noticing her phone charm. That's so cute.
Oh my god.
Miss Han, since Cyanus is technically in charge of securing a crime scene, what should we do with this?
Do with what?
Nice.
Oh. Shit. Adonai, please refrain from pressing that button any more than necessary.
Sorry, Sarah, I can see you don't like it. But Miss Han's phone doesn't seem to like it either.
It's just Han. I don't know what you're talking about. I get messages all the time.
Oh no, Sarah!
Han, ma'am, if you could please just admit it so she stops pressing that.
Fine, whatever. Yes, you found one of our alarms.
Pretty clever system.
Not really. It's just an app. You set the frequency and get the notif if the app picks it up.
Pretty smart, actually. Yeah, I think that's a clever system. The range?
Couple kilometers.
Yeah, see? Oh, thanks for clearing that up. While I have you here, though, exactly how fast did you show up to the scene of the crime?
Pardon?
This is a blue blood neighborhood. Do you really expect people to believe the cops lumbered their way here faster than any of you could?
What exactly are you trying to say? Yeah, I'm tuned to that frequency. But I'm tuned to a lot of frequencies. It's a good way of communicating without the Megs or the pigs listening in.
So you didn't get this alarm the night of the incident?
I didn't even know that it went off that night. You got proof it did?
Can you explain how else Officer Chopin could have gotten here?
Nah, not my job to either.
Is it your job to come to a fellow Blue Blood's aid when they're desperately calling for help?
I didn't know Creek like that.
I didn't say Creek was the one who had this.
I saw where you were poking around and they're just the head of the pod, I assumed. Creek's a stranger to me.
Even though you're both young bloods?
Oh shit, using that knowledge.
What? What do you mean?
I'm guessing that's what the tattoo means. Neither of you make much effort to hide it.
It is plainly visible, even in their autopsy photos.
You have no idea what this ink means.
Would you tell us what it means?
Well, no. Not if you're gonna be mean about it. Okay, fine. Blood bag.
Oh. What?
The old guard use you as donors.
Oh my god.
Gangsters live a life of drugs, smoking, drinking, and back alley mods. They end up with livers and kidneys that look like charred steak. Who could have guessed? Got no children, because the Ikaria killed them all. Can't get their hands on the donor list because they're geriatric reviled crime lords. So what'll they do? Hey kid, wanna be a gangster? Let me see if you got what it takes. Let me just test your blood type real quick. Hold stable while I prick your finger.
Oh my god.
They tattooed all our torsos, because even if you mod off all 4 limbs, you'd still pump clean plasma.
Jesus.
Every drop, an indicator of quality. I'm a universal donor, so I've got 3. AAA graded. Just like meat.
And Creek?
Save it for the trial, lady. Also universal donor.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Ugh. Are we done here, you think?
Not quite.
Alright, I got it in my head. Vampire gacha game where the rarity of your polls corresponds to blood type.
Mmm.
That's pretty good.
Emma's argument is that Sosuke didn't escape from here. He was brought out into the other room to be questioned, and then he broke free. I know that's not true. Sosuke would have been stuck here until the police arrived if I hadn't handed him the mag US to, well, frame him. And the knife, also to frame him. But secondarily, so he could cut himself free from his bindings.
Those bloody rags there.
Remember what Sosuke told us when we first met? That he was bound in here the whole time until his bad Samaritan came along?
And gave him a knife.
Now we know what knife he was talking about. Now I want to know whose blood this is.
The blood on the bindings. It would have to belong to Sosuke, wouldn't it? All the other bodily fluids in this room do.
Probably. But I need to know.
Oh. Not again.
The way she shoots across the room. You've already done it once. What's one more time?
One more time will surely make me sick. Please, Adonai, let us ask one of the Cyanus employees on standby to analyze it. They have a record for very fast turnaround on DNA tests, I promise. I can show you customer reviews.
That's right.
But they have been assisting the police with DNA analysis around the scene. I will flag the bindings to be analyzed.
Wait.
I have already made the request, Adonai. If you insist on making me test the bindings myself now, you will only be upsetting my stomach to satisfy your own impatience.
Fine. But I'm gonna cite this incident the next time we discuss a raise.
She's so evil.
She's so mean. I love her. Really is a shithole in here, though, huh?
I agree with your sentiment, if not your choice of words. It feels like a cruel place. What is it? Was there something we missed in here, Adonai?
No, not in here. The windows. They were closed when Creek was shot. Still closed when Chopin and Rogers arrived on site. But they were open by the time Rogers got to this room. I use that contradiction to argue for the presence of a third party.
Because someone must have opened them. To go down the fire escape?
And then what?
They must have dropped down to the alley and ran away, right?
Yeah. That's one option.
What's the other?
Would it kill them to do some sweeping around here? I guess that would be contaminating the crime scene at this point. But then what the hell do all these cops and Cyanus chumps actually do? Lean on walls and screw around on their phones?
I think you're being a bit harsh in your assessment. But you aren't alone in your criticism. Detective Reyes had much to say about how Cyanus employees were not wearing gloves and...
knocking over trash. If they had picked up trash, that'd be removing evidence. The arcs would light up. Adding trash, though.
Adonai?
Help me look through this.
Garbage again? Already?
Just start looking.
If any of it requires DNA analysis...
Rifle, rifle, rifle. Wait, there. Red.
I don't smell any blood.
Not blood. Ink.
Ooh.
A torn page of the Redding documents. With what looks like a shoe print on it. Shall we try and match it to samples?
Good luck. Cops and security tapes all wear the same kinds of boots. Security types, sorry. On top of which 99 out of 100 shoes in the city are made by the same two Megs.
But if the print isn't useful, that just leaves the actual text, and that...
Looks like the letters will all run through the wash a couple dozen too many times.
Well, it isn't particularly informative. And I don't understand exactly how this clue fits in with everything else we've seen. But doesn't this seem important? How could it have been lying here, neglected this whole time?
Nah, Princess, I'll have to call you right back. Of course, wouldn't dream of it. Come on. You know me. What'd you find there? More dead men's garbage? Keep it up and you girls are gonna make me look bad.
Happy to be of assistance. So would you like to add this to the arcs, or should I?
Well, it seems like you've got momentum going, so... Please don't let me get in your way.
Oh, you don't wear gloves on the job, Miss Han?
It's just Han, but you already know that. You should also probably know they don't really make them in my size.
So if we found your fingerprints in here, on those windows, or even upstairs?
Oh man, I'd be pretty embarrassed. We almost always get rated 5 stars.
Oh my god.
So, do you need me to walk you out?
Oh, I'll be fine, thanks.
Suit yourself. Just be careful you don't get lost. Sun will be going down soon. It can be hard to find your way back in the dark.
Yeah, okay. This idea is starting to look like a pretty safe bet.
Your theory that Chopin was assassinated as an attack on the old guard? But how can we confirm it? We still haven't met anyone from the old guard. Though, even if we had, it occurs to me that they would be reluctant to speak with Sosuke Ikaria's legal team.
Don't be so pessimistic. The enemy of my enemy is usually willing to at least talk. And talk is where I do all my best work.
Where do we look then?
You still got the address boss gave us?
Could we take a 5 to 10 minute bio break?
Yes.
Fine by me. Send us to be right back. And we will be...
We'll be right back.
Right back. And we're back.
Oh, I'm so glad that I wasn't on camera because I just yawned so large. Oh god, Jesus. I took a nap today too. Like, I texted you two that I was going to take a little nap, and then I fell asleep until like 6 p.m.
That's awesome.
Which is like, it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours, like, so not very long, but like I did fully fall asleep, like curled up in a ball on my bed. So, you know. I am going to make an executive decision in this section. Don't worry about it.
Cool. Hey there, tall, red, and mysterious.
Ladies, please come in. Don't be shy. Let me guide you to a booth.
Local host.
I love that it's called local host. That's awesome.
That's so fucking funny. Should we take a seat for now?
It would taste as expensive as yours?
Oh my god.
If you get near a menu, these people will drain my checking account on overpriced champagne faster than I can blink.
Oh, champagne.
As much as you'd like.
Oh, this is gonna derail fast if I don't find a way to shut it down. Surefire way to get exactly the right kind of attention and douse their salesmanship in one go. I'll need to go with that.
Hey, please don't frown. A smile would suit your pretty face much.
I need to speak with your manager.
What happened? They're all walking away.
Hey, Mama? Yeah, Yep, there's some kind of... I don't know.
I understand that this is Mama
Accountant or whatever here to talk to you? Yeah, it's Mama from, the Somnium Files, obviously.
It's Mama from the Somnium Files, but I did read as fully like a Johnny Bravo style, like, hey, Mama. Like, you know.
Hey,
like,
Mama.
Hey,
Accountant or whatever.
Hey,
Mama.
Mama.
Talk to you.
The voice on the other end of his earpiece grumbles a response. A cranky one, judging by his reaction.
Mama will be out in 1 sec. You're expected to buy something in the meantime.
Fuck, we just did the 3 worst Johnny Bravo impressions I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been
Yeah, we
years.
sure
It's been
did.
years. People don't pay me for
You
my
got tap
impressions.
water?
You don't want to drink any tap water in this district.
Soda water?
It's all overpriced, lady. Might as well get something you'll enjoy.
I thought my first visit to a host club would be more celebratory than this.
How much thought have you given the subject?
Is what we're ordering what you're making it an executive decision on?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Bad enough that I'm walking into the lion's den here. Stepping even further into blue blood territory to defend an Ikaria assassin. Do I really have to wait for the shoe to drop in a place this sleazy, too?
Are you perhaps not enjoying yourself, Adonai?
Oh, you're getting better at picking up on that.
You are frowning quite openly. Are we in danger of getting arrested here?
Oh, there's nothing illegal about a host club. Son.
A host or hostess club is a type of nightclub in which staff cater to clientele with attention, conversation, company, and flirtatious behavior. The talent, hosts or hostesses, make the most of their wages through essentially what is a commission on sales of drinks, food, or other services provided by the club. While host clubs and their associated culture were, internationally, fairly niche during the 20th century, and saw a large decline in their popularity for the first half of the 21st century, they've undergone something of a renaissance in the last 20 to 30 years. Shifting cultural norms about parasociality, online dating, and work-life harmony have contributed to this phenomenon. Some sociologists have observed the host clubs have developed new reputation as a kind of social gym where young adults can exercise their social skills in a low-risk environment. Others argue that increases in average work hours have pushed single individuals away from traditional drinking culture and long-term dating. And for employees of multinational corporations who maintain discrete running tabs at select establishments, attendance may be seen as advisable or even mandatory step in requiring and maintaining relationships with their superiors. Despite the global trend of the decriminalization of sex work, host clubs have remained a distinct industry. That said, it is hardly uncommon for staff at one establishment or the other to switch sides. Users also frequently search for how to build confidence, how to know if the hostess really likes you, courtesan versus hostess who would win.
Oh my
Very
god.
funny.
Courtesan versus hostess who would win is really good.
All right, well, let's debate. Courtesan versus hostess, who would win?
So are you just uncomfortable then?
Unamused.
I guess if Morgan is as aero as we think she is...
What kind of light reading gets tossed around a club like this? Probably something along the lines of, I spent every night at a host club for 1 year. Here's what the staff taught me about emotional workloads in corporate settings. Oh, wait, this actually looks somewhat interesting.
Fungus stymies bamboo, stokes unrest. Less than ideal rainfall patterns, met with greater than usual saltwater flooding, have left many of the tropically centered macro farms that produce most of the world's bamboo struggling to meet demand. Now, with increasingly widespread reports of fungal infections, tensions are beginning to rise in the region, as its large migrant population is faced with a possibility of one of the worst quarters on record. Bamboo is a highly versatile crop, cultivated successfully for thousands of years on all 7 continents, if one counts the agriculture science labs on the Antarctic Peninsula. But in recent decades, advances in agricultural genetics and greater restrictions on the lumber industry's woodcutting activity have led to bamboo becoming a premier organic manufacturing and construction material for much of the world, especially in the impoverished regions that often lack machinery required to process advanced synthetic equivalents. The hardy plant can grow at a wide variety of environments and humidity levels, and has even been considered an aggressive invasive species at times. But modern genetically modified monocultures are tailored to grow specifically in a small number of tropic and subtropic biomes, intended to provide for a stable cash crop for regions that have historically struggled to farm soy, sugar, or wheat. But it's a delicate balancing act between tuning the cultivar to a target environment and rendering it unviable in the wild. And years like this one can put that vulnerability on full display. The fungus practically chews through the groves. You can see it glowing in the naked eye, says one worker who requested anonymity due to concerns over their citizenship status. The company tells it to burn it all, but it's too damp for anything to catch fire. Bamboo's hard to burn, and they want us using this incendiary stuff, and they won't pay us for masks. Data on the efficacy of burn pits in combating the spread of the fungus is limited, but most corporate officials agree that the risk of inhalation among personnel is low, and masks are an unnecessary measure. Some of the migrant worker population, however, is arguing the hesitancy to provide masks is more politically motivated. Plotter's Rebellion was a decade ago, but the gas mask is still as powerful as some believe in today. Back then, workers went on strike because of conditions growing mushrooms and fungal plots were so unbearable. Now this fungus is cutting into the profits again. You've got a lot of workers dependent on the industry, a lot of young people who could easily be out of work. I'd be surprised if they weren't getting nervous. It is true that the region is home to a disproportionately young population, as many international trade schools have flocked to the tropical climates in an attempt to attract students with the promise of low cost of living and vacation life idyllic conditions. And though education lies firmly in the realm of corporate authorities, government officials are also keenly aware of the risks and challenges associated with such a large student population. Ramsay syndrome remains a serious concern among... We're having
difficulty authenticating your identity. Can you provide some basic info so we can get this webpage displaying properly for you? Not the reading material I expected to find here. But judging from the article, the Megs are getting concerned about... Okay, well... Well, the fungus is a problem, sure, but they've engineered their crops around problems like it 100 times before. Easier to update the monoculture genetics in your entire global economic model. The Megs are probably more concerned about all the young people getting agitated about their job security. The warmer the waters, the bigger the storms they brew. What?
Have you ever been to an establishment like this before?
No.
Not even when you were apprenticing?
There may have been certain work parties where attendance was strongly encouraged. But I'd never set foot within a kilometer of a place like this otherwise.
I suppose if you have a hard spending limit, there's only so much you can enjoy.
It's not a matter of cost. It's a matter of taste.
Surely everyone enjoys being paid attention, no? It's flattering.
Not everyone takes to being complimented.
I see. So you respond more to being challenged.
Oh, well, let's not get into that. What do you think?
Perhaps not. Do you think they were being literal when they said you were expected to make a purchase?
Probably. Doesn't mean I'll oblige them. Though it's not like spending money here will make them less likely to cooperate.
I would offer some suggestions based on customer reviews and price points, but for some reason I don't see prices listed on any of the items on their menu. Was a mistake made when formatting the data?
I really hate this place. Executive decision time. Hold on. Let me double check this.
Sarah mentioned being excited about champagne, so I do think that is the best choice.
Yeah.
What the hell. Hey, Pomme d'Orignon. We're at a tower for all I care. Suddenly, as if I uttered a magic phrase or a sleeper cell kill switch, all the eyes of the staff around the room dart to me. With a jolt of energy, the bartender jumps up to ring a bell above the counter. Pomme de Tower! The staff begin an unsettlingly chipper chant.
Tower!
Tower! Tower!
Tower!
I'm not sure Sarah's eyes can get any wider.
Let's take a commemorative photo, madam. Where would you like to sit?
Who's the smallest spender in here?
What? Well,
I mean, we don't really keep track of that sort of.
His eyes wandered, losing light all the while until they settled into a glassy-eyed, pitying stare at an overworked-looking young man at a small table. Adjusting his tie while the girl next to him makes no effort to hide her boredom.
Hi, Red Sarah. Welcome back to Of the Devil Time.
Hi, Seraph.
Hi, Seraph.
Oh, send it over to him. King for a day. With the same nervous smile he'd used to shake hands with a suicide bomber, the bartender redirects the oncoming parade towards my designated lucky loser.
Oh my god.
He looks terrified. Money well spent.
You just gave the tower away.
I've got shit to do. I can't drink all of that.
I could have perhaps helped. But even so, after you paid all that money, to just pass it along to some stranger. Are you some kind of saint?
The way that her eyes are black are so funny. Oh, I'm not paying for that. Makoto's getting this bill.
Your client?
Oh, file it under investigative expenses.
That is not exactly inaccurate, but...
Oh, what's he gonna do? Kill me?
Given his position in this house and the age, it would be more likely he'd have you killed.
Mama on deck.
The big cheese.
What exactly are you expecting?
With a title like Mama, I would expect a stern but fair, nurturing figure who...
The hell do you want?
Yeah, let's go.
Was that the kind of treatment one should expect at this establishment after purchasing a champagne tower?
That was you? Oh, shit, you clearly need information a lot more than I thought. Ikaria must be giving you the mushroom treatment.
The mushroom treatment.
Okay, good.
Keep them in the dark.
And feed them shit. Yes, I've heard all the lawyer jokes. Now, can we talk, or should I get on the phone and claim that my credit card's been stolen?
You bought a champagne tower. You can talk all goddamn night if you want.
Introductions, then. I'm...
Morgan Esquire, criminal defense attorney representing Sosuke Korea. With glowing green toaster as your +1.
Excuse me.
Oh, couldn't have put it better myself, Miss...
Kim. Hana. Small bonus business owner.
Alright, let's look at her.
Small business owner, likes persimmon, handbags, and joint cracking, but dislikes part-timers, binge watchers, and ad vandalism. Can slice an onion paper thin in 11 seconds.
That's wild.
Yeah. Shooting clay pigeons is how she relaxes. And her motto is promote from within.
Crazy. Also, notably, blood type AB positive.
That is notable.
And one of the more influential members of the Blue Blood Old Guard, I take it.
I like her two-color eyes.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. The Old Guard are the only blue bloods that have any influence at all. Excuse me. First gens and young bloods should count themselves lucky to be middle management.
Should you really be calling them young bloods?
Now the neon robot's gonna preach to all of us about political correctness?
Really, madam?
I know PC. My gen invented PC. We've got PC coming out of our ears. So I mean it when I say youngblood as a term of endearment.
Oh, well then, I won't hesitate to use it.
To their face? Better not. They'll knock your teeth out.
How about a trade, Miss Kim?
Mrs., you're talking to a widow. One who doesn't need anything from you. Not the best position to start bargaining from.
We're trading information. If you think I can't give you anything, you're not thinking very hard.
Well, yeah? What do you think you got?
Oh, something I can tell her she doesn't already know?
Let's see.
Oh, this is interesting.
Uh-huh. Oh, Bresson?
The Little Lord is...
Who is Bresson?
Bresson, I think, was the assassin.
Oh, the shooter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Little Lord is like the fabled, like, one day this is like a surviving member of the family who will return and bring glory, right?
Yeah, this is the surviving, the one surviving heir of the old guard that means that that would take the power from the young bloods.
That's one that they would like to know, so.
Yeah.
We don't know who that is, do
but we could imply that we know who it is.
If the implication idea is interesting, I'm trying to think of like what would she want out of Bresson's fate, or Krieg's killer. To be honest, I don't know why she would necessarily care about Krieg's killer.
I guess she would be interested to know that there was someone else involved, because we can tell her that there was another person on the scene that night.
Well, we shouldn't say that because we're Krieg's killer.
Yes, but also we've needed to imply there's a third party there for our legal defense, so like we're already kind of having to walk that tightrope. And because we have the evidence of the closed window being opened to go out the fire escape.
Follow-up, she doesn't give a shit about the Youngbloods.
That's true.
Yeah, that's my hesitation there. I think Bresson's fate and Little Lord ID are like the two to choose between.
I'm leaning Little Lord ID.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I'm debating whether or not I want to make another executive decision here.
Make whatever executive decisions you want, Mac. You're the player.
I'm making the executive call just because of the way that the conversation is. I can tell you what happened at the courthouse today.
That's fair. She would be interested in that.
Oh yeah, we kept the news of that suppressed. Never mind, she didn't know about that.
I also forgot that she kept the news of that suppressed, to be fair.
Something worth knowing had happened. It would have been in the news by now.
There is currently a blackout on media coverage of today's events.
There's always leaks.
Finding one will take time. I can give you a first-hand account right now.
Alright, let's hear it.
Un instant.
Bresson. Oh, what a goddamn idiot. Completely useless.
He did manage to infiltrate an entire courtroom full of police officers, even knowing he wouldn't make it out alive.
And he still failed to hit the easiest shot of his life. But Bresson's just an incompetent addict. The useless idiot is the one who sent him there.
Not you, I take it?
Old guard sounds like it moves slow and wise, but we got our fair share of hothead dumbasses too.
Impatient hot-headed dumbasses.
Exactly. Time is money.
Oh, my turn to ask a question. Money. Is that why you've been going after Makoto? Trying to drum up a king's ransom because you can't go to war without a war chest?
Who says we're at war? Who says we're in any rush? Our plans are measured in decades, you little shit.
No, time isn't on your side right now. Right now, more than anything, you need money.
Says who? You?
Says the headlines. Time's running out before you miss the bus on...
It's
Oh,
Prop
shit,
492, I think?
That... Isn't Nirvana being legalized or something?
Oh, that's true, that's true.
That seems right to me.
They have a Nirvana interest, if I remember right. Let me... Growing popularity, suspect the drug is being assessed for legalization. That feels right to me offhand.
Can we look at
but
Prop 492?
Yeah, we can.
I'm pretty sure I remember it, but I want to just double check.
It's not in terms. Hold on. I think it's in articles.
Mm-hmm. $492. Yeah, the Atlas Pillar rejuvenation. Which is what we think this is maybe all tied to, because this is what Chopin's parents were involved in.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm more inclined to lean Nirvana because I don't know that.
Yeah, sure.
Because specifically, they're saying missing the bus on, and there's no.
You're right.
Like,
492 is still relatively early, but it's like property values.
And it's also it's being fronted by Chopin's parents, which who don't have Blue Bloods ties. So I'm gonna say Nirvana.
I thought we thought that they did because we thought Chopin was coming to help the Blue Bloods.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You're right.
That's true, and we do have the. Anyway, Nirvana. Oh, everyone in the capital knows it'll be legalized before the end of the year.
Yeah, once the Nirvana initiative passed? Party drug. Dumb money.
Good joke, PB.
Yeah, dumb money. Best kind of money there is, and you could rake it in by a truckload. If you had the starting capital to build a dispensary network beforehand. As things stand, the Grey Wave is going to roll your hard work up in a ball and hand it off gently to the Megs. And the Korea. You've been losing this game to them for 3 decades straight. I can see you still haven't gotten used to it.
Of course not. Who the hell just roll over from those upstart bootlicking? This goddamn boss, smirking behind his perfumed incenses and painted screens and sheets of gold leaf. Should have cut out his eyes when I had the chance.
I'm acquainted with the Hound. Who's the fox?
Should we conduct a survey of all the IFG members' back tattoos?
The fox, the kitsune. Got him Daisuke Ikaria, of course.
Family's patriarch? Haven't had the chance to meet him in person.
Huh. Knew there had to be a reason that Ikaria lawyer didn't already think of some cigar smoke.
Adonai does smoke, despite my repeated warnings about the health hazards. Have you had your olfactory checkup lately? Loss of smell can be the first sign of COVID-19.
I don't stink, that's the takeaway. Admit it. You want to capture Makoto Ikaria so you can afford to ride Nirvana to legitimacy.
I don't want to capture Makoto Ikaria. You know our history?
In brief.
So what part of that summary makes you think that if I had the chance to end the Ikaria line, I wouldn't take it immediately?
Well, that's a good point. Are you speaking for yourself or for the whole old guard?
Nah, my turn to ask. So, you got any leads on the Heartbreak Killer? Thanks for tuning in, David.
I hear Nirvana smells like Teen Spirit. Shut up, David.
Is the Hound gonna make it?
You asking about my legal defense strategy?
His injuries. Any chance he's gonna keel over for an infection after Creek's pod worked him over? Did Bresson somehow manage to nick him?
He is still recovering from the injuries he sustained when captured, but he was not harmed during the incident in the courtroom today.
Yeah, Bresson didn't even manage a scratch.
Not a scratch, huh? Did he even get a shot off?
A detective on the scene responded before he could.
A detective?
Yes, why?
Not wasting another question on him, of all people.
Speaking of which, the bottle's spun back around. Are the Blue Bloods working with the Chopin family to profit off of Proposition 492? Okay, well, we got there anyway.
Ha! You missed that one. Try another.
What do you mean?
You think Mr. and Mr. Chopin are working hand in hand with us for a little cross-class embezzling? Those rich pricks wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire, and the feeling's mutual.
But they're backing Proposition 492. If you could buy the land they need before the city knows that it needs it...
The Chopin family aren't your collaborators. They're your marks.
Bingo! Kate gets a prize.
Or they were. The plan's worthless now. That whole courtroom heard me explain how Creek had red ink documents on Proposition 492. Whatever blueprints, whatever land the city had in mind, they'll change all of it.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Don't blame me. Your plan was always fragile. It was destined to collapse the moment that anyone with more pull than a ticketing officer heard that Blue Bloods had eyes on the real estate. Meaning the Blue Bloods would kill to keep those documents from circulating.
Yeah, well, that's just how it goes for Plan Bs.
Plan B?
Now answer me this. What'd you see on those red ink docs that tipped our hand about Prop 492?
Well, it was mentioned in abbreviation, if not in name. P492. That was a pretty big giveaway.
You must have had more to go on than that. Names, diagrams.
I saw Councilman Long's name on there.
Long, that sloppy bastard.
Wait, you didn't know what was on those papers. Not exactly. You didn't know where Prop 492 leaked from.
Oh, fuck.
What do you think? It leaked from that brat Creek, obviously.
Red ink means it was printed off from somewhere you trust, in a place run by people you trusted.
Which wouldn't be the Youngbloods.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like you trusted Creek.
Are these your questions? Because they're terrible. And pointless. Blondie's already dead.
So Chopin wasn't in on the plan. What possibilities are left then? Might as well try asking while I have the chance. My client overheard something interesting during his captivity. Talk of the Blue Bloods bringing in a huntsman.
Fake. And you don't even know what that means. Your client heard wrong, and you're a fool for believing him without any proof.
Sorry, guess he misheard. He must have also misheard that you'd brought a no mask into the city. That is an insane thing to say, Morgan. What the fuck?
It really is. Did Sosuke mention that?
It's called a bluff, Sarah. Yeah, you must have been delirious. After all, if there had been a no mask at the crime scene, it would have turned up during the police investigation.
Huntsman. Ridiculous. Maybe he's real, maybe he's fake, maybe he's already behind you. Phantoms like that get their power from uncertainty. If I answered your question at all, that'd be your answer.
Schrodinger's box is already open, though. The mask isn't there anymore. Ooh, her eyes have gone black. If it's not in the hands of the huntsman, then who has it?
A dead man. Who just doesn't know it yet. Final round.
But what if we still want to ask?
My house, my rules. Sorry, our house, my rules. Who hired you?
Why would she spend her final question on that?
Do we know for sure? Was it Makoto? It was not.
I
who
mean,
originally hired us, right?
we were presented the idea that he was who hired us, but I think we can...
House Ikaria is like the more vague but true answer.
And maybe we don't know.
Uh-huh. Let's go with House Ikaria. Then again, like, multiple choice means, like, that's the least likely to be correct answer.
You think so?
I don't know, we can just say we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ha! Knew it!
Yet you had to ask?
Yeah.
Apparently, someone recommended me to Makoto.
Right.
Yeah. Well, however it started, the Ikaria have their leeches on you now, girl. If I were you, I'd find out where they lashed on and pry them off. Before they bleed you dry.
Insane thing to say. I'm basically just doing them a favor. I doubt we'll have any further transactions.
Try telling them that.
Well, you would be the expert on blood-sucking.
Careful, girl.
Come to think of it, I have one last question myself.
That ain't the deal.
Oh, then it can be rhetorical. What are you going to do?
Oh, a very PBTA style question.
You lost all your heirs during the fall of the leaves.
Adonai?
You're reviled by the International Blue Bloods for locking your treasure behind GFA you can't crack. Now all of the old guard need transplants and transfusions from the first and second gens just to stay alive. And they won't be glad to keep that up forever. Eventually you, all of you, will die. Will you rest in peace, knowing everything you ever managed to build will be laundered at, what, 30%?
40%.
Oh my god.
35% just end up in the hands of some punks you tutored.
What a nice young girl you are, worrying about your elders. Don't worry your pretty little head over, dear. Sweet Granny here. There's a mean old bitch in her line of work where anyone stupid dies off young. She and hers are gonna be just fine.
I love this woman.
Yeah.
The Devil is filled with so many incredible women.
Don't forget to close your
Really
tab before you go.
Did you get any useful information from your rhetorical question, Adonai?
Question irritated her, but it didn't make her despair. I may have misread this. The old guard have a way forward.
Proposition 492 is no longer an option.
Leaving them with Plan A.
The little lord. But Tariq Chopin is dead.
Yep. He is.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Are we stopping there?
Yeah, we're gonna stop here before we get in the middle of another scene, because Jacqueline's gotta drive in the morning.
Yep.
I do. I'm driving far and wide.
We will not hold on, let me get out of the music that we have right now. We will not be live next week, but the folks over at the Disappearance of Lydia Fontaine will be live next week for the Q&A with the last episode premiere. So keep an eye out for that. We should be back the week after.
I don't see any reason why not.
unless someone tells me otherwise. We are going back to Saturday nights, though. They are going to continue to be this late because BB has a job, but it'll be better for us, I think, in the long run.
I think so. More consistent streams going forward, we think.
Yeah.
Yes, we're definitely going to try, guys. I promise. I promise.
We're going to try, guys.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
Speaking of try, guys, you're never gonna guess who we have lined up as a guest for our stream in 2 weeks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.